Hi, this is Michelle Wennis of Green Woman and Your Childbirth. It's July 21st, 2017, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer in March, end of March. Had a radical bilateral mastectomy and deep flap reconstructive surgery on May 11th, about 12 hours, and I had some pulmonary complications, but pulled through. About 2.5, 3 weeks later, I was able to breathe again and recovered from having had to go back to the hospital for difficulties with not being able to take in breath and not being able to stop coughing. It was a continuous cough, which may have aggravated my healing, especially of my abdominal muscles. They're still swollen more than is expected, even almost 10 weeks after the procedure, in part by the strain on my abdominal muscles from the pneumonia, but also just my body needing time to recover. So I did have the option to consider getting a repair surgery using mesh. But the last time I spoke with my plastic surgeon, we were able to agree that any kind of repair would have been cosmetic. There didn't seem to be any medical need for it. So I just asked if I could just take the time. I have until December 2017 to decide if they can repair it or not. It just has to do with what insurance will cover. But if I can heal on my own, or if I have to deal with a little abdominal bulge, I don't really care. Because at this point, after they did the pathology on what breast tissue they took out, they were able to determine that I'm completely free of the disease. And that's a bitter, sweet pill to take because I know not everybody gets to dodge that bullet. And there's a part of me that I just can't believe it. And I am taking tamoxifen. I've had a few infections, no major side effects. The infections were handled with antibiotics. I've kept the oncologist abreast of what's been going on. I recently shared with the reconstructive surgeon what's been going on, but I've also had a very attentive general practitioner who has been along with me every step of the infection and treatment procedures that have had to take place. So I was sitting at the dentist's office a few weeks ago and I asked, have I been here more recently? Is this my 6-month cleaning, or did I miss an appointment? Has it been a year? And they said, no, it's been 6 months. And I just couldn't believe within the 6 months. So I was there February getting a cleaning, and I was back again. I think it was beginning of July. I just couldn't believe what had happened. I mean, when I just picture where I was physically, the recovery, my body was all crumpled up. I couldn't stand straight. I couldn't stop coughing. I was in a recliner for 6, maybe 7 weeks. And so I'm just incredibly grateful for where I am now. And so there's a lot that's been taking place, a whole lot of nothing. And it's actually a really, really good thing. A whole lot of nothing. Okay, that's not true. I did send out my resume to a few different places. I did interview a few different places because I'm not sure what's next. I've set the Little Seed program aside for now. And as far as essential oils, I've set that aside for now. I don't know that I'll never return to them. I just feel as if they were so top on my priority list before my diagnosis, and I had gone to the Lord just a few days before my diagnosis, and I said, here's my list of all the different things on my plate, very detailed. Would you please rearrange this list for me? And just tell me what order you want me to do things in. So I discovered that list 3 weeks into recovery. Boy, he showed me. There's absolutely nothing on that list that held any significance, held any hold on my life like it had so powerfully before I asked him. And I think that's an incredible thing. I don't know why I get to walk away and others don't. I don't know why some miracles are allowed to take place. But I do need some time to sit and process what all of this has meant to us as a family, as a husband and wife, as a mother of children, 10 and 13, of a daughter, of a sister, of a friend. But most of all, as a believer, I was given an incredible peace from the beginning. From my diagnosis, through the surgery, through the recovery, whatever came up, I felt at peace, this incredible peace, and people were worried for me. Are you really okay? You must be in denial. I said, denial feels great because I just trust the Lord, whether he takes me or not, if this is my time or not. I know he will have the ability to give my family the greatest peace imaginable, whether or not I make it through this. He would provide them a comfort that I never could, even here on this earth. And so I clung to that. And since then, I have wondered what's next. I'm a doer. And I've tried to orchestrate a few things because I'm a doer and I'm an earner. And God has just poured out so much grace upon my life that I don't know what to do with it. Quite frankly, I've got this faith-based Facebook group, and I normally share like twice a day. I'm so excited, but I'm just without words. And a friend of mine said today, every garden, every field needs a little bit of, what did she say? You can't always produce fruit in your life. She said, you've been pouring out everything into your program. You've been pouring out everything into your friends and to the people in your life, into your family. And maybe it's just time for the soil to be dry so that all the incredible things underneath can grow that God is working into your life. And so that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm in a dry spell. In fact, I was at church the other night. I didn't want to be there because I thought, I went through this incredible experience that I don't understand. There must be more that I'm supposed to be doing with this, like what am I missing? What am I not doing for the Lord? And this is one of the ways that he helped me calm down. A good friend of mine gave me this book by Watchman Nee. It's called Sit, Walk, Stand. So I'm always thinking about walking with the Lord and just following him in everything since I became sort of this new believer again. I'd walked away from the church and my faith for a long time, and I can't even say that I'm really religious again, but I am so much stronger in my faith now than I ever was. I've seen so many incredible things in my family, in a career that I gave up to be faithful to him. I saw that career sort of fall apart, but it didn't matter. I saw friends sort of walk away, but I also had friends who didn't understand, who stuck by me. There are miracles in that I just can't take for granted. So this is a great book because, again, it focuses on sitting. So I also started reading this book that I have picked up a few times in the past, and I'm reading it with a friend of mine this time. It's Rick Warren's The Purpose-Driven Life. I'm sort of tired of myself, like I've been tired of living for myself for a long time, but there's so many things that are confusing. Like, you don't realize how much you live for yourself until you take it apart or get the help to take it apart. I've been keeping up with my Jesus Calling calendar. Looks like this, and every day there's a devotional, and it's like Jesus is talking to you, but every day there's a devotional, and it typically is exactly what I need. I don't necessarily want to hear the message, but it's exactly what I need. And I've been journaling. I really don't know what's next. I really don't know what's next. I wish I could say I did. I wish I could say, yeah, I'm going to go back to teaching at such and such a date, or I'm going to pick up a whole new direction. But I think it's really just time for me to sit and to trust. I don't need to know anything. And so today's, in that Jesus Calling book, there are a couple of devotionals, because, part of knowing Jesus, or part of becoming a believer in Jesus, is having a real relationship with him. And I remember not really understanding what that meant, but if you imagine being married to somebody and not spending time together, or saying you have a best friend but never talk to that person. So whether it's talking in journal form, or praying, or meeting with other people in fellowship at church, or over breakfast like my friend and I did this morning, there are ways to really stay connected. And a lot of the times there are just so many beautiful ways that he uses all the different people in your life. So as much as I think, man, what am I doing or not doing, there are just some verses that really help me. There's one here. There are quite a few. But this one was really great. This was for today. This was after I spoke with my friend who said, maybe you just need that rest. And I'd said, I think there are some things that I kind of hold on to, some sort of burdens that I carry with me that kind of propel me throughout my day to make not so great decisions, how much time I would spend in one activity versus another, how much attention I would pay to certain things versus what the Lord has for me. And so this was really beautiful that the Lord had this verse for me today. It's Isaiah 30, 15 through, let's read through 18. So this is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel, says. In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength. But you would have none of it. You said, no, you will flee on horses. Therefore you will flee. You said, we will ride off on swift horses. Therefore your pursuers will be swift. 1,000 will flee at the threat of one. At the threat of 5, you will all flee away, till you are left like a flagstaff on a mountaintop, like a banner on a hill. Yet the Lord longs to be gracious to you. Therefore he will rise up to show you compassion, for the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all who wait for him. So that's where I am, as I'm waiting for him. The last 3 years have been a bit of a struggle for me in a few different ways, and I'll share that with you in another video. I was in such pursuit of the Lord, but in my own way, so by my own works, not his. And there's this space now, and it's not a void, not the void that I thought it would be if I stopped and sat down. It's just this space of openness, like this field that my friend was talking about. And I don't know what's growing, but I know that the first thing that I have in my heart is to serve. But I'm not going to say it's to serve pregnant moms and dads, couples, or babies in the way that I know anymore. Maybe it still is. There are a few things I feel like the Lord has put in my heart, and maybe it's all different timings, but maybe they are for down the road. But the Lord is never a source of confusion or anxiety. It's simply peace. So until I feel peace, I don't move forward. If I feel anxiety, I just stop and I say, until I feel your peace, I'm not moving. And that's what I'll be doing for the next part of my life. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Through trials, through triumphs, doubts, feelings of futility, helplessness, that's just the journey. That's just the faith walk. My goal isn't to discover the goddess in me that so many of my friends are so, that's what they're focused on. And I don't know, that just scares me to think that, their greatest hope is themselves. Because as much as I love them and care for them, we're just not designed to be the gods that we want to be, And I've tried and I've fallen. And there's only one thing that picks me up every time. So I don't know what direction my videos will go in, but I'll keep you posted. And I thank you for being along with me. I think that's all for today. Thank you. Have a blessed, peaceful rest of your day.